Hi everyone, welcome back to me. I haven't posted in a while because I've just been really busy and I just haven't given myself time to focus on me. But now I have, so hi. As you can see, my hair is no longer orange. We bleached the front, and my roots are worse. We have a plan for my hair. We're gonna bleach my roots like Billie Eilish-esque. We have really big hair plans coming next month, so just be patient with me and be patient with my nails. I've lost two. I literally just got them done like last weekend, or maybe the weekend before last weekend, so not just got them done, but I keep getting fill-ins because they're just so much cheaper. And this is like my 5th fill-in, so no wonder why they're breaking off. It's fine. And after this, I'm going back to short nails. So boring. Alright, so the video that I had planned for today, I wanted to show you guys my record collection. I have probably over 100 records. Half of them I stole from my parents. Well, I didn't steal, I just passed them down myself. If you're wondering what makeup look I'm gonna be doing, what album cover I'm gonna be doing, Pink Floyd, Dark Side of the Moon. I mean, come on, it's the most iconic album of all time in my opinion. As you can see, I haven't opened this one yet. My boyfriend has a copy of this that we listened to, so I haven't opened this one yet, and I just have a really big thing with opening records. Because, like, I just want to keep them protected and sealed forever. Like, I don't want to open them. But, like, I personally would rather listen to a record than, like, music off my phone. You can just hear so much more from a record. The only bad thing about listening to records is sometimes it skips and then you have to fix it. And it's just annoying, but it's so worth it for the sound quality you get. Like, put this on a stereo and I'm done. I'm done. I'll just lay there, staring at the ceiling. This album is just so iconic, so I figured I'm gonna go with this one. I think maybe doing one rainbow eye and one, like, graphic eye. I have so many ideas. I'm already wearing foundation because I'm insecure about letting people see my face. So I got my foundation on and I primed my face already, so we're just gonna jump right in. We're gonna jump right in, ladies and gentlemen. These are amazing. They're so pigmented. It's from the Avani Greg palette. Highly recommend this palette if you need rainbow colors. But yeah, I think I'm just gonna have to do an eyeshadow base instead of eyeliner. So maybe eyeshadow on this side and liner on this side. We'll see how everything plays out. I'm gonna try to talk a lot more in this video, because I didn't really talk much in my last videos, and you know, this channel is about me and my personality, so I'm gonna try to talk more. I am using a Morphe palette. I'm not gonna say whose palette it is because they are extremely irrelevant and they are a terrible person, and I'm not gonna support them anymore. This is a really good palette though, and I bought it before everything happened, so whatever. I'm gonna go in with the red and take it up around my eyebrow, and maybe, like, I wanted to kind of shape my face, shape my eye. So I guess I'll talk a little bit about Dark Side of the Moon. I think my favorite song on that album is probably Time, because time will forever be relevant, you know? Like, it's just like, that song can be listened to at any point in your life and you can relate to it. So I think I'd probably choose Time. I think musically, my favorite song off that album, like instrument-wise, probably be Money, because I love all the effects they have in there, like the little cash register ding and just everything. And I mean, Time has the clocks, so that's pretty cool. But every time that song comes on shuffle and, like, I have my music up really loud, I get the biggest jump scare of my life. It's kind of terrifying. Usually when I do makeup, I try to find inspiration on Pinterest or just Google search, or I'll ask ChatGPT, which I did ask ChatGPT to help me with this makeup look, but they did not give me any good recommendations, so I'm just doing it on my own. We're just gonna figure it out as we go, I guess. That's all you can do. Shine, staying home to watch the rain. You are young and life is old. And then one day you find out 10 years have gone behind you. No one told you where to run. You missed the starting gun. The lunatic is on the grass. I love Pink Floyd so much. I'm kind of regretting not doing my blush before starting this. So I'm wondering if I should just do my blush now. I mean, I can always figure it out in the end, right? We can always figure it. I feel like it's gonna give like drag queen. That's fine. A lot of the times my makeup does. I try to stick with lighter colors because you can always make lighter colors dark, but you can't make dark colors light when it comes to makeup. I mean, you can, but I'm shaking. It's just a lot easier to start lighter. So that's what I'm doing. This green is not that pigmented. So I talked a little bit in my first video about how much I love music. So I came up with this idea for this makeup video because I wanted to show you guys my record collection because I'm very proud of it. I'm very proud of my record collection and I wanted to show it off. I want everyone to see it. I take a lot of pride in my records. I'm shaking. I could not be a tattoo artist. Especially with my anxiety, I would like have a panic attack while doing someone's tattoo and being like, I'm so sorry, I can't finish this. It's like when I try really hard to focus, I can't. And then when I don't try to focus, I can. Make it make sense. I feel like this looks like Colgate. Doesn't the toothpaste have, like, wiggly lines? I know that there's no pink in the rainbow. Like, you know, it's Roy G. Biv. Why isn't there pink in the rainbow? Why isn't it included? Never thought about that. I don't really have any updates about Miss Bones. I will bring her in eventually at some point in this video. It was her gotcha day 2 days ago, and I can't believe it's already been a year since I got her. She's grown so much. I spent a majority of the day with her. I took her outside. We laid in the sun. It was really nice weather, and it has been the past couple days. Like, you know, living in Georgia, you never know what the weather is going to be like. Like, literally one day it could be 70 degrees, and then the next day you have a 30% chance of snow, and then that 30% chance of snow turns into 100%, and next thing you know, you have inches of snow on the ground, and then the next day it all melts away because it's so hot. Literally never know. Yesterday was the first day of spring. And today, like, yesterday was cold. It, like, dropped down to 34, I think. I don't know, and it was literally 80 degrees, 83, I think, 2 days ago. And then it dropped down to 34. So the great thing about living on the East Coast is you literally never know what to expect. I really do plan on staying in the East Coast for my entire life. I really do love Colorado, and I wish I could move there. It's just not financially possible at all. It's so expensive out there. Like, even groceries are insanely expensive. Rent is more expensive out there. But I love Colorado. It's so beautiful, and you know, I would love to get to see Lucifer every once in a while. If you don't know the story behind Lucifer, I should do that for a makeup video. I should do a makeup inspired by Lucifer and tell y'all the history behind him. Lucifer, if you're like, what the hell is she talking about? Lucifer is the giant horse statue they have outside of the Denver airport. You know, like the conspiracy Denver airport, how they have like a secret little world down there. Lucifer is the horse statue who has bright red eyes. Like, they're like laser eyes. Like, you can feel them staring into your soul. And he's just incredibly detailed, and like the history behind him is just like, it's something really like worth looking into. It's just really cool, in my opinion. Yeah, I think that'd be a really fun video, so maybe I should wait to talk about him, but I fully believe that that horse has something to do with everything going on in the Denver airport. Like, that horse is haunted. Maybe next time I go to Colorado I can get a picture of Lucifer. I'm like terrified to touch him. I don't want to touch him. I don't want any of that bad juju, the voodoo going on in my life. I already have enough of that. So, I can't believe I just went on a rant about Lucifer. This bump is kind of killing me. It's a pimple, like a scab. So, it just looks like there's a red dot, and I can't fix it unless I went in with concealer, but then I'd have to start like the whole thing over basically. So, you know what, it's gonna look beautiful no matter what. I can't perfect everything. Yeah, I'm just trying to blend it a little bit so it's not so harsh. I think I need to do the other eye before I think about doing anything else. Lunatic is on the glass. I need like a gray color. Kind of like a rainbow, but with dark colors, you know? But do I want to copy this eye, or do I want to like, ooh, y'all, I have an idea. I have a really good idea. I'm sorry if I hold the mirror in front of the camera at any point and you can't see what I'm doing. I don't know, it kind of looks like I tried to do that on this eye, but obviously failed. Maybe I should have started from down here. Whatever. Have y'all watched Life After Lockup about Gypsy Rose yet? Because I don't know what to think. Like, when all the hype about Gypsy getting released, like before she got released, was coming out, and then I obviously watched The Act with Joey, I forgot her last name. She did an amazing job portraying Gypsy. Like, she had the voice down and everything. She did a really good job. I was not alive when all of that stuff about Gypsy Rose happened to her. At least I don't think. It was like 19 something, right? Like 1913. What year did Gypsy Rose kill her mom? Oh. 2015. I was definitely alive. I take that back. Yeah, I was alive for that. But I don't remember ever hearing about it until Bailey Sarian. Shout out Bailey Sarian. Literally love her so much. She's the whole reason I want to do makeup videos. But I think Bailey Sarian made her video about Gypsy after The Act came out. I don't remember if it was before or after, but I watched Bailey's video on Gypsy. And then I watched The Act, and I got really into the Gypsy Rose story. And at first, I was supportive of Gypsy. I was like, you know, she doesn't deserve, I mean, she obviously deserves to be in prison, but she doesn't deserve to have to deal with that for the rest of her life. Like, what she went through was traumatic. I cannot even imagine going through all of that and surviving it, but having to reflect on that while being controlled again because she was in prison. She didn't have any control over her life. Like, having to just sit there doing nothing but reflecting on your past, that would just drive me even more insane. And you know, it makes a lot of sense that Gypsy is mentally ill. And after watching The Life After Lockup, I don't know how I feel about her, because like what she did to Ryan was just like mean. Like, that was just evil, pure evil. And obviously she doesn't know any better, but it still just, it sucks. It really sucks that he had to go through that. I don't know where I stand on Gypsy Rose. Honestly, I don't. Because it makes sense that she's doing all of this, because she doesn't know any different. She's just crazy. And there's theories that she never had her kid. Like, y'all know how she's a mom now? There's theories that she never even gave birth. But she also hasn't posted a picture of the kid yet, which is like really suspicious. But I know a lot of internet personalities, they don't post their kids for obviously their own protection, their own privacy, and obviously kids can't consent to being on video or having pictures taken of them or whatever. But there's a theory that she's not posting pictures of her kid just so she can make money off of her kid, and like she's seeing how much people will offer her for a picture of her kid, and seeing how high the price can go. Which, you know, I would not be shocked at all if that were the case. Like, at all. She just seems like that kind of person who would sell her kid out. You know, I hope she doesn't, but whatever. I think that I'm just gonna keep going, like, deeper and deeper with the black, like, adding more pigment. I don't really know. I tried to do some white so I could, like, blend it, but I think I'm just gonna keep going deeper and deeper. That's what she said. Anyways, you know, I am not one to bash people on their mental health, because everyone has a different experience and a different journey. But some people just should not be let out of confinement. And I think she's one of those people. Sorry about it, Jip. But you're kind of crazy. Kind of. Not gonna lie. I'm really glad that she documented, like, getting her surgeries and stuff. The surgeries that she chose to get, like a nose job, and her dental surgery, and whatever else she had going on in the show. Yeah, I think I like that better. I don't think that Gypsy should be in prison for the rest of her life. I just think she should be, like, carefully watched for the rest of her life. And I hope that Ken, her new spouse, her baby daddy, can do that for her, because I just... You have to, like, really worry about people like that. You have to take that seriously. Like, you do not... You can't raise a child like that. You can't. I fixed it. I will make my face less gray when I'm done with the eyes. But I think I am actually gonna do some eyeliner just to make this, like, pop Even though I don't have yellow eyeliner, I'm gonna figure it out. I've been trying to get more into Stephen King books recently. I talked a little bit about it in my first video. I love reading. It's so relaxing, and like it really is such a good way to make time pass. Cause like I get so into a book, like I can't focus on anything else, especially when I'm reading a book for the first time. Like I'm so invested in it. And I watched the movie Salem's Lot. I think it's on Hulu. Maybe Peacock. I think it was on Peacock. It's based off the Stephen King book, Salem's Lot, and the movie was so good. The movie's so good. It made me want to read the book. So I think the day after I watched the movie, I went to Books A Million and got the book. And I started reading it immediately. Sorry guys, I just really gotta focus right now. I started reading it almost immediately, and I got so lost in the book. So lost in it. The book is so different from the movie. Like, I love the movie as much as I love the book. Like, equally, I love them both. I might like the book a little bit more because it goes into like a lot more detail than the movie. Obviously, that's what a book does. But it was just so good. Took me about a week to read it because it is like 500 pages and I do work full time. But I did end up finishing it on my vacation that I was just on. And let me just tell you, I am the kind of person where if I really like something, I'm gonna rewatch it a million times, or I'm gonna reread it a million times. My favorite book of all time is Looking for Alaska by John Green. I love the story. I relate to the story. And they actually made a show about the book called Looking for Alaska. I think that was like a limited series that they did, so I don't even think you can find it on streaming platforms anymore. You have to pirate it. Not that I've ever done that. I would never do something like that. But I made Justin watch it because I just loved the show so much, and I think he enjoyed watching it. So it's definitely worth the watch, for sure. So good. But after rewatching the show, I watched it twice now, I wanted to reread the book. So I did. And I think I've read the book like 3 times now. I was obsessed with John Green when I was younger. Like, when The Fault in Our Stars came out, I read all of his books. All of them. I've read every single John Green book. Except for the snow-covered one, because he wrote it with multiple authors. I couldn't get that into it. But yeah, John Green is a genius. Genius. I also really liked Paper Towns, and I have a copy of that book in my car. Like, in case I ever feel like reading, I know John Green will always be an option for me. So I keep it in my car. I was obsessed with Cara Delevingne. Like, her and Shailene Woodley were like my heroes when I was younger. When I was in my like middle school phase. Just great. Okay, now what am I gonna do about the yellow eyeliner? Yeah, I was obsessed with Divergent and The Fault in Our Stars and Hunger Games. Like, everything where a character's love interest died, I was like, yes. Yes. I enjoyed being sad, I guess. Couldn't be me now. Like, I like movies. Well, not like, but I can take a movie if a a person dies in it. But if an animal dies in the movie, you better believe I'm not watching it. And when Justin and I were watching Game of Thrones, I had to look away every time an animal died. And he would let me know when I could watch it again. Like, I full on, like, cover my eyes and my ears. I'm just like, no. And I try not to think about it. Sometimes you do think about it. You're like, damn, that's really sad. And it is. Animals dying is... I can't do it. Another show that I really enjoyed watching when it first came out was Once Upon a Time. And that was like years ago. I think it came out in like 2008. But I'm rewatching it with Justin because I wanted him to watch it. And we're on the Elsa season right now. So I think we're about halfway through. But rewatching it, I don't remember anything that happens. I'm coming to realize. Like, the only thing I remember from the show, which if you're watching the show, spoiler, Justin, well, you already know, so it's okay. The only thing I remember from watching the show is Hook and Emma being together. Like, I don't remember Neil. I don't remember anything other than Hook and Emma being together. So, it's like watching it for the first time. I love Once Upon a Time. It's very cringy sometimes, but the plot is there. They did a really good job. Cramping so bad right now. Like, I'm trying not to cry. It hurts so bad. Sometimes my cramps are so bad, I have to leave work. Like, I can't even work because I'm in so much pain. And I do throw up from my cramps sometimes. And obviously, I can't work while throwing up. And, like, my boss made a comment one time and he was like, "Are you gonna go to the doctor?" I'm like, what is the doctor gonna do for me? Like, take out my ovaries? Men just don't get it sometimes, and that's okay. I understand that they literally know nothing about periods. And sometimes it's just better to keep your mouth shut. Just say you're sorry and you hope I feel better. Don't ask if I'm going to the doctor. I really look forward to having kids, but I look more forward to not having kids. Like, I don't want to go through menopause. Obviously, no one wants to go through menopause, but I cannot wait till I don't have a period anymore. I can't wait for that day where I don't have to stress about it, and stress about what I'm gonna wear, and stress about not wearing white. I really don't want to spend time trying to make a perfect yellow. Now, I'm gonna do the same thing on this side, and I'm gonna do that off camera. Just because I need to get the ball rolling. I'm getting bored. I'm done with my eyes. Well, I need to do something with my eyelids. I don't want to leave them plain. I think I'm going to put some shimmer on them. Kind of to resemble Great Gig in the Sky, the song off the album. You know, it definitely could be a lot better. But I'm actually really liking, like, the messy look. I think it looks really cool. I am so pale that I bought the Jeffree Star concealer. By the way, amazing. When it first came out, I immediately just, like, bought the lightest shade that he had because it was selling out so fast. I was, like, on the website as soon as it released, and I just bought the lightest shade because I'm always the lightest shade in every concealer. And concealer, if you don't know much about makeup, concealer, it does not matter if you get the lightest shade or whatever, unless you get like a super yellow shade and your undertones are more pink, whatever. It really does not matter because you want your concealer to be lighter. at least in my opinion, the experience I've had with concealer, it doesn't matter how light it is because you want your face to be lighter in the spots you use concealer. Anyways, I bought the lightest shade Jeffree Star had without realizing that it was white, like pure white, like paper white. So when I received it, I was like, there's literally no way that I'm gonna make this work. Guess what? It blended into my skin. Oh no. Literally blended into my skin. And my best friend did my makeup a lot, and so she was doing it, and she was like, there's literally no way that this is your shade. And then she started using it, and she was like, oh my god. And I was like, I know. I'm really white. Best friend got me this ColourPop shadow stick for Christmas, and I haven't used it yet because I don't really use white, and I'm too scared to just like put it on my face because I don't want to ruin it with all the colors. I really like the silver in this Revolution palette. I got this from Target, and just look at that. It's stunning. I try to stay away from gold. Like, I do not like gold highlight or like anything gold. I just think gold looks really bad on my skin because I have like pretty pink undertones and like in my face, but I have like a pretty yellow undertone in the rest of my body, and I also have a lot of freckles, so I feel like gold, like a bracelet or a necklace or earrings would look fine, but I really like silver because I'm so white. Silver just like brings it all together, you know. The silver wing, it's giving euphoria. I kind of like it. That looks stunning. This would be a great look for Pride. One thing I hate about having small eyes is anytime I open them, my eyeliner or eyeshadow or whatever's on my eyelid gets everywhere. I should like get a little fan, a little portable fan, so I can dry my eyelids. Oh my god, the silver is stunning against the black. Why didn't I think of this sooner? I'm gonna have glitter literally everywhere after this video. I already have it all over me. See, look at that. And like, it's already creasing. And I primed my eyelid and everything. This happens to me every time. They do this every year. Why? Why doesn't anybody love me? Why doesn't anybody care about shit the sloth? I have glitter all over my palms. Glitter everywhere. I think I want to blend some gray into the middle of my nose to kind of connect the colors, and then I'm going to put a triangle for the triangle. I really don't want to mess this up because I really like where it's going. I kind of want it to be like circle shaped. I'm gonna blend it up into my eyebrows and underneath my brow to kind of blend it into that red and the whites. I really wish that I would have been alive to go to Woodstock, the original Woodstock and the 99 Woodstock. I watched this documentary about the 99 Woodstock and it was so good. I wish I could have been there to see Limp Bizkit break stuff live. Would be crazy. But yeah, I wish I would have seen Pink Floyd in their prime and Zeppelin in their prime and Fleetwood Mac in their prime. Y'all, I was really born in the wrong generation. But also the best generation because I get to experience this music and modern music. It's a beautiful thing. Music, so beautiful. We already know that I could go on and on about music. I'm shaking. Oh no, that's really thick. Maybe not, actually. I'm wondering if I should make the rainbow, like, come out like the album cover, but it's kind of too late for that. It's kind of really too late for that. Yeah, my eyelids are creasing, so just ignore that. So I'm actually gonna add in some white and bring it to the middle of the triangle, like in the album cover. I want to do this. Completely forgot to film that, I'm not gonna lie. But I did bring in the white. I did add a little bit of white around the triangle. But now I think it's time for eyebrows. And I really don't know if I want to just make them flat or if I want to curve them, or... This is the beauty of having shaved eyebrows, is you can do literally whatever you want. So I think I'm just gonna make them straight and kind of gothic looking. I think it also would have been really cool to lay my eyebrows lay my eyebrows down, like glue them down to look like I don't have any eyebrows and have this take up my whole upper half of my face. But that's way too much work. It really is. What?
Wash your car?
Wash my car? Who do you think I am? Well, we've run into a little problem. I'm completely out of eyebrow pen. So, I'm gonna leave them how they are. It doesn't have to be perfect. It really doesn't. So, I don't know what just happened, but the last, like, 3 videos I took just didn't record. So I blended my concealer. I am not gonna bronze my face or anything. I think I'm just gonna leave it. I put some powder on and I'm gonna do my lashes and put some highlight. I'm gonna use the silver and just use it as highlight everywhere I want to. And I'm gonna do my eyelashes and then come back. I'm gonna do that all off camera because I'm honestly dreading editing this video already. So I'll be right back. Alright, this is the finished look. I did some black lip liner and then I tried this black butter gloss that I got for my birthday. And it wasn't really the look I was going for, but I did end up putting some of the silver on my lips. And I think this really does a really good job at giving Dark Side of the Moon. Here's some close-ups. I had problems with my lashes. They were not wanting to stick to this glitter, but I just had to put them on like soaking wet with glue. But I do think this is pretty good. When you look at it this way, the triangle is like super bent, but it's actually pretty straight on my face. I just got curves, what can I say? Ran out of space on my memory card, but I was talking about how y'all need to watch Wizard of Oz and listen to Dark Side of the Moon at the same time. Like, there's a timestamp you can look up exactly what time to start the music, and it's just mind-blowing. Like, you would think that album was made for Wizard of Oz. It's insane. But I think Dark Side of the Moon was actually written for another movie. Like, it was inspired by another movie that wasn't Wizard of Oz. I heard something about that. But yeah, I'm really happy with how this turned out. I honestly really am. Justin didn't answer. I'm gonna get my parents' reaction to my makeup because they also love Dark Side of the Moon. I mean, how could you not? I would not have had this much love for music if it weren't for my parents raising me on good music. So while I'm waiting on them, I'll show you guys some of my record collection. I probably won't show you a lot of it because this video is going to be really long. I'm really sorry. But I have to start with the essentials, right? I have the Lumineers. What is this album even called? Is it self-titled? I should know that. But I love this album. My favorite song off the album is probably Stubborn Love or Charlie Boy. I love Charlie Boy. and Stubborn Love, or Dead Sea is good, Classy Girls, Flowers in Your Hair, literally everything, but my favorite is probably Stubborn Love because it's better to feel pain than nothing at all.
Okay. That's cool.
It's Dark Side of the Moon.
That was good.
The rainbow's on the wrong side.
Yeah.
It's okay. I made it my own.
Oh, cool.
It's Dark Side of the Moon. Can you tell?
Yeah, but it should be on the other.
I know. Whatever.
Actually, it looks like an extension of the album cover when you hold it like that, so
Yeah.
that's good.
Yeah. It is.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Yeah.
Mirror image.
I don't know what I was expecting, but I was expecting more of like a, wow, that looks so good. Anyways, back to Arctic Monkeys. I mean, how could you not have this album, first of all? But I would say my favorite song off this album is probably Arabella. So good. Or Snap Out of It, or Knee Socks. Knee Socks is pretty good, but my favorite's probably Arabella. Iconic. Next one I have, which I haven't opened this one either, Suicide Boys, New World Depression. This album is so insane. Like, they did their big one. This is the back of it. It's pretty cool. It has all the names of the songs on the bottom. My favorite one off of this album is probably Thorns. I don't know, I really like all of these. Like, you cannot go wrong with Us Versus Them. I don't know, Mental Clarity is a luxury I can't afford, is so good. Burgundy. And I like Transgressions. I don't know, I don't know that I could pick a favorite off of this album. Haven't opened it yet. I really want to hear it on vinyl. I think it'd be really good. So, I need to open this, but I don't know if I can. I didn't realize that I was cutting out like half of the album while I'm showing it. I'm sorry. But I'm not going to retake all that. So, y'all know that I am a huge Billie Eilish fan. I have all 4 of her albums on record. They're not in order. Let me put them in order real quick. I did open this one. I didn't think I opened this one. It's like dirty. It has liquid on it. The heck? I have Don't Smile at Me. Iconic. Here's the back of it. Pretty cool. I think my favorite song off of this one is probably I Don't Want to Be You Anymore. I think I will always relate to that song. As a woman, I will just always relate to it. So I really like that one, but they're all iconic, and Ocean Eyes is on it. Like, everyone knows Ocean Eyes. Then I have When We All Fall Asleep, Where Do We Go? The back of it's just black. She is insane. I think this one has the artwork in the middle. No, it has all the lyrics. I was wrong. I think my favorite song off of this album is probably Zanny. I really love Zanny. Or Listen Before I Go. I really like her sad songs. Then I have Happier Than Ever. This is the back. Just plain. I hit myself in the face. It has her. Super cool. This came in like a box set that I got, and it came with a poster. I don't think I've opened that yet. I know I have, but whatever. It came with a huge box set, and one of the boxes is sitting, I don't know if y'all can see that, underneath the Liquid Death can. I got like socks with it. I bought it for myself, a gift to myself. So, ooh, my favorite song off this album, I really like Oxytocin, Goldwing. They're all good. I don't know, I think my favorite might be NDA, actually, just because NDA Live, y'all got to experience that if you're a Billie Eilish fan. Like, the visuals she has, she knows what she's doing. My girl knows what she's doing. Then I have Billie's most recent album, Hit Me Hard and Soft. This album is insane. I love that detail she added in there. This is the back of it. It has her drowning. I think my favorite song off this album, that's a hard one. I really love Wildflower. But now that it's getting more popular and more overplayed, I'm just like the same with Birds of a Feather. Like, y'all gotta let her live, okay? L'amour de ma vie is really good. Or Chihiro, or Lunch. They're all really good. Skinny was my favorite song when I first heard it, but it keeps changing. This is one I stole from my dad. Black Sabbath. We sold our soul for rock and roll. Iconic. I am in love with this. Like, this is crazy. I want to recreate this picture. It's so good. Yeah, this album is iconic. Has the Wizard. It has War Pigs, Iron Man. Everything. Everything good. Well, as we all know, I'm a huge Sublime fan. I haven't opened this one. It's 40 Ounces to Freedom because, come on. Oh, I forgot to say what my favorite off Black Sabbath is. Probably War Pigs. I mean, that song is just timeless. Anyways, 40 Ounces to Freedom. I haven't opened this, so I don't know what the inside looks like. There is an inside. I don't know if I want to open it or not, but it does have Louie Dog on the back. Lou Dog. I think if I could choose a favorite off of this album, Date Rape is so good. Let's Go Get Stoned. Scarlet Begonias is a really good cover. Ball and Chain, Bad Fish, Don't Push, Smoke Two Joints, Waiting for My Ruka. Then you have 40 Ounces to Freedom, the song. I don't know, Bad Fish is one of my favorite songs of all time, but Eben is good too. I think I would have to go with Date Rape. It's just, it makes me feel so good, even though it's like a negative song. It makes me feel so good. I love this album, obviously. Next, I have Jagger Henry, Heart of Thorns. It is opened because he did sign it. This is my only signed vinyl I have. He signed it. He said thank you. He gave me a guitar pick, which I showed in my first video. I think my favorite song off of this album is probably Heart of Thorns. It's just, it gets stuck in my head all the time, and I love this cover. There's not an inside to it. It's just his record in it, so yeah, I love this one. It's very special. Next, I have my Post Malone collection. I'm a huge Post Malone fan. I just got this one last weekend. It is a limited edition press they did of Stoney, and this was close to $50. So it's worth it to me. I love Post Malone. I honestly haven't opened it. I don't know what the inside looks like. There is an inside. The back is just black. I think my favorite song off of Stoney, White Iverson, is so iconic. I love Feeling Whitney or I Fall Apart. I need to open this. I need to hear I Fall Apart on vinyl. I love this record. So I got Stoney, and then I have Beer Bonds and Bentleys. I actually have 2 copies of this. My mom got me this one for Christmas 3 or 4 years ago, and it doesn't work. It skips every 5 seconds, and I kept meaning to return it to Walmart, and then I never did. So my brother got me this one for Christmas this year because he knows I can't listen to the other one, even though I haven't opened this one yet. But I think my favorite song off this album is probably Psycho, or no, not Psycho, Over Now, or Rockstar, or Spoil My Night. There's literally just so many good songs, and the album cover is stunning. I need to recreate this one too somehow. I don't know how, but I could do it. I really love Post Malone. I also got this one last weekend. This is a band called Hush Money. They are local to Blue Ridge, Georgia, and the lady in the record store played some songs for me, and she was like, yeah, you should really check them out. So I bought this one. I haven't listened to all of the songs yet, but she did play me over and over the first song in this album. I really like it, so I bought this record without even listening to every song on it. So This one came opened. Like, it wasn't wrapped. So I didn't have to open this. Then my parents got me this one at like a thrift store in Colorado in Denver. And my mom got it for me because there's mushrooms on the cover. And she was like, I know you love mushrooms, but I actually really like this album. It's really good. And I think my favorite so far is Devil Delight off of this album. I need to listen to it more, but I really do like this one. I'm a big Heart fan. I like Heart. Okay. This one is my pride and joy. I am obsessed with Halloween movies. Obviously, it's my favorite holiday. Halloween Town is probably my favorite Halloween movie to watch, and I love Halloween Town 1 through 3. Halloween Town 4, they didn't get it, and it's okay. But I did buy this one off of Urban Outfitters when it released. It was like a limited edition release that they did. I haven't opened it, but it does say it has an orange vinyl, but the vinyl has not been released ever. This was the first time it got released, so I had to get it because I love Halloween Town. I don't think that I'll have a favorite song off of this one because they're obviously not, like, there's no lyrics to these, but it's just, I can't wait to, like, have my own house and be cooking dinner in my kitchen for my husband and my kids, and just listening to this on a random, probably Christmas morning is when I'll listen to Halloween music, or in the middle of summer. And I can't wait to, like, have all the windows open in my kitchen and be cooking and having a glass of wine. I can't believe I got this. I'm such a nerd. I can't see what I'm filming, so I'm sorry that I keep cutting the records out. I don't have I don't have one of the lens you can flip out, the screen you can flip out to look at yourself, or a monitor or anything to look at myself, so I'm sorry that these are, like, weirdly placed. I am a huge Greta Van Fleet fan. My parents got me into them, actually. My parents have been listening to them since they came out with their first album. My parents have, I think, only the first 2 albums they made on CD, but I can't believe I completed this collection. I struggled really hard to find all of these records, and Justin, my boyfriend, actually found me their second album, and, like, from some random record company in the UK. But yeah, I have From the Fires, such a good album. I have the poster that it came with. I have it hanging in my room. My favorite song off of this one's probably Flower Power or Edge of Darkness. So good. Then I have their second album that they made, Anthem of the Peaceful Army, and this is the back of it. It's pretty cool. I think my favorite off of this one is probably Age of Man is really good. I really love Anthem. Or Lover Leaver. Lover Leaver might be my favorite, just instrument-wise. Then I have The Battle at Garden's Gate. This is the best album I've ever heard. I know I said that about Dark Side of the Moon, but this, I love this. I love how it looks like leather. It's not leather. I really want a tattoo of this. Like, a gate. Stunning. The inside is my favorite part of it. It's so cool. They've just created their own little world. So, I think my favorite off of this record is probably Age of Machine or Tears of Rain. When I heard Tears of Rain for the first time, I cried. I literally cried. But Age of Machine is also just so good. Weight of Dreams is so good, but I would say my favorite is Tears of Rain. Then I have their most recent album, Starcatcher. I went to the release of this album at a record store, and I got a slip mat for my record player, and then I got this, like, limited edition poster that they did. I think my favorite song off of this album is probably Sacred the Thread, or Meeting the Master. They're so good. This is the back of it. I have a few more to show you guys, so bear with me, we're almost done. I have Deanne by Zach Bryan. I love Zach Bryan. I want to collect all of his records, but they're just so expensive. I don't know why Zach Bryan is so expensive. What is he doing that's so expensive? But I would say my favorite is probably Godspeed on this album. Really like this one. I have all of Harry Styles' records. I only have this one out right now. The other two I have are on my wall, and I don't feel like taking them down, but I do have all of his records. This one's pretty cool. He's so cute. Yeah, this is the back. It just has the song names. I think my favorite off of this album is Matilda. It gives me chills every time I listen to it. It came on shuffle yesterday and I started crying. It's just so relatable. But I really like Cinema too and Satellite. It came with like a little photo book. I love when records come with a photo book. Like, if any artists are watching this, please do that more. It's so good. But yeah, it came with like a little Harry's house. The one I'm going to show you guys is a really important one for me. It is Rainbow Kitten Surprise, How to Friend Love Freefall. And this is the back of it. It's really cute. It's got a little table with some oranges. I started listening to Rainbow Kitten Surprise in high school. Here they are. I love what their music does for people, and I have another album of theirs, but I don't know where it is, but I know I have it. I would say my favorite off of this album, it's called Free Fall, but now that TikTok found that song and kind of ruined it for people, it's still a really good song. But I think other than It's Called Free Fall, my favorite would be Hide. It's just, every time that song comes on, I just want to scream it. And the music video is beautiful. It's about a drag queen. If you haven't watched the music video, you should. It's really touching and powerful. So, yeah. That completes my partial record collection. That's pretty much everything I had in this one bin next to me. Still have a whole nother bin. But, yeah, those are my favorite records I have. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I know I said Bones would make an appearance, but she's brumating right now, which basically means hibernating, because the weather just keeps fluctuating, so she doesn't know what to do. But I'm just gonna leave her alone right now. She's sleeping. She's taking a little nap, so I don't want to wake her up. But thank you guys so much for supporting me. And if you have any album recommendations for me, I will gladly take them. If you have any makeup recommendations, I'm always looking to find some silver highlighter, preferably liquid, but I can work with powder. But yeah, I think for my next video I'm going to do is I'm going to give you guys a tattoo tour of all of my tattoos, and then I will do a makeup look based off my favorite tattoo. So if you want to see that, like this video, please. Comment down below what you want to see me do next. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to me and turn on that notification bell so you never miss anything that I post. And thank you guys so much for supporting me on this journey. It really does mean the world to me. So I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!